All right. Moving right along into the next topic. The Planet of the Apes is here to stay.
Winning?
Um,
No.
Scientists have been experimenting with human monkey hybrids, human primate hybrids, and I don't know how long it's going to take, but they're going to start showing up. And I mean, most of our primates have already entered the Stone Age, so that was going to happen naturally anyway. But I think we far accelerated the process. But let's get into this article. Man monkey hybrid sparks fear of Frankenstein creatures. Chimera. Researchers conducting human animal hybrid experiments struck fear into federal lawmakers worried that nightmare scenarios of Frankenstein creatures have become a reality. I mean, they could be. Earlier this year, researchers announced the blending of a man and a monkey because you get the spider goat. Spider goat's a good one. It's a goat that produces silk in its milk that you spider silk that you can strain out because that's like lighter than a feather, stronger than steel. Salt Institute, we just can't harvest it enough to weave it into a fabric, but now we can. The Salt Institute of Biological Studies in La Jolla, California, said in April that it participated with a China-led research team in an experiment by injecting human stem cells into a monkey embryos. They allowed the resulting creature to live and grow for 19 days before terminating it. The researchers responsible for the technology used in the experiment said that the work aided the study of embryonic development. Federal, why did they terminate it? Did it look too intelligent?
Winning?
Federal
No.
offices have placed a moratorium on U.S. funding for such research. Still, they are reviewing the restrictions of scientific development. Of Congress debates a bill to spend nearly 200 billion of taxpayers' money on research and development endeavors in China. And we got to be fucking careful with this technology because you create the wrong animal hybrid, it's gonna fucking wreak chaos in the ecosystem. Like we got pigs with human blood protein because that's the organs of a pig are almost identical to humans, and the high rejection rate is due to a blood protein. So we gave pigs the same blood protein. Like that, you're not supposed to eat those because you can get sick. But what if they get out into the wild and boom, and now we can't eat pig?
Winning? No.
Senator Mike Braun, India in a Republic, said he is worried about such human animal hybrid experiments will cross ethical boundaries and contravene with the dignity and sanctity of human life. I mean, it's too late, it's here. I mean, any of us could speculate any kind of on a kind of Frankenstein concept, let's put it this way, which that was being referred to as in terms of what is led to, Mr. Braun said. I don't know. I think that I do believe that there's a genuine interest in taking so much that we've learned through DNA analysis, understanding the genome of not only human beings but other animals, that there is going to be that temptation contagion to go beyond maybe that just the altruistic efforts of finding cures for very, very vexing ailments like ALS and Alzheimer's, like any of the diseases that are out there that are significant that we're not even to the point where we know exactly what causes it, let alone cures. I mean, it's true that this genetic medicine can help us learn cures and stuff, and but I don't know. It's too late. People are making animal hybrids, and it's once you open Pandora's box, you can't fucking close that. Mr. Braun and fellow Republicans seek to outlaw chimeras involving the blending of human embryos with animal wombs and animal embryos with human wombs. Now that a chimera is no longer an ancient mythological creature having parts of a lion, goat, and serpent, but an actual human animal hybrid, Republican lawmakers want to establish baselines for American research rooted in the belief that dignity of human life. You're just trying to fucking prevent our replacement. Mr. Braun and Senator James Lankford of Oklahoma and St. Daines of Montana sought to amend the Senate's massive research and development spending bill last week to block certain human animal chimeras, but the amendment failed by 48 to 49 vote along party lines. Three senators did not vote. And it's too fucking late. Like, I think we probably shouldn't have done that, and there's going to be repercussions for it, but it's already been done. Two absent Republicans, Senator Marshall Blackburn of Tennessee and Thomas Tillis of North Carolina, could not have changed the outcome, Mr. Brum said. Senate Majority Leader Charles E. Schumer, New York Democrat, would have blocked a vote on the amendment to ensure that Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia, who also did not vote, would have joined the rest of the Democratic caucus, he said. Mr. Langford said that he thought blocking human-animal blending ought to have passed by a voice vote and was shocked to find Democratic opposition. That's because they're funding the research. We thought it was important to be able to put a stake in the ground and say, no, the United States does not believe it is right to be able to not blending the human and animals for experimentation and try to develop that and ultimately as China on the path to be able to do to try to implant and grow a child, said Mr. Langford. This is entirely a different direction. That is fucking crazy. Growing a child. Imagine growing a child in a test tube. You don't need sex anymore, right? You just fucking grow a child. Just grow right in the fucking test Mr. Braun, Mr. Langford, five other senators, and 25 House members led by Republicans said Chris Smith, New Jersey Republican, wrote to the National Institute of Health last week to raise concerns on the chimera research and request details about any ethical analysis the federal agency is pursuing. The NIH did not respond to the lawmakers, but also sponsored a review of ethical questions involving human-animal chimeras. The NIH and the Dana Foundation funded a study published in April by an ad hoc committee of the National Academies of Science, Engineering, and Medicine to examine the ethical, regulatory, and scientific issues associated with neural chimeras and neural organoid research.
Winning? No.
You lost me on those things. But we got to be careful, or the Planet of the Apes are going to happen. So when these animals start like getting out into the wild and they start spreading and they breed and they build communities and stuff, we got to fucking deal with how we're going to react to them, because if we react to them the wrong fucking way, we're going to start wars, and they're going to learn faster than us. Our own fucking primates are in the Stone Age, so they're going to learn faster than we did, because they're going to learn from us, and they're going to advance more in fucking intelligence, and we're going to have to deal with how we can do it. There are already intelligent animals on this planet. You know, crows, ravens, they have language, family units and stuff, and they use rudimentary tools. The only reason why they're not up at our level is because they don't have the opposable thumb in order to make the advanced tools that allow us to dominate the goddamn globe. Dolphins, porpoises, whales, they have their own language, names, and stuff. Elephants have a fucking ridiculously good memory. These are things that we're learning, that we're not the only intelligent species on the planet. And since we can't talk to these other animals and they can't manipulate the environment at the same degree that we are, we don't even know if they're less intelligent than we are, but more intelligent than your average animal, or if they're on par with us, because we can't. And some of them might even be more advanced, like porpoises and dolphins, like we just said. Their fucking language and stuff that they use in their sonar, our most sophisticated computers can't even decipher that right now.
Winning? No.
But the Navy trains them to like do deep sea rescues and those animals are fucking intelligent. But how intelligent, that remains to be seen. But animals evolve along with us, and if they're already intelligent, they're just going to get more intelligent, because that's how the evolution of intelligence works. And we need to check ourselves before we're not the only fucking person on the block. I'm just saying.